Oh, where the hell is... Oh, I had a violin somewhere. I was gonna play it all sarcastically. God damn it, it was gonna be awesome. Blake! Where's the bloody violin?
Scream Louder, your update on what was, is, and will be loud. Scream louder now.
Hey, this is Screen Louder with Alastair, and with me is...
I'm Raz.
I'm Harrison.
And I'm Stetson.
Today we'll be discussing some news and video games that inspired movies. First with news, we have Joe Manganiello is confirmed to be playing Deathstroke in the Batman solo film directed by Ben Affleck. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not really sure who Joe is, honestly. Do you know any other movies he's been in?
He's been in Magic Mike.
He played Flash Thompson, Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Oh man, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Deathstroke?
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck? All right.
I am definitely stoked for Deathstroke because I'm such a big Deadpool fan, and I know Deadpool was made off of Deathstroke originally. So he always seems like the coolest character in DC, honestly, with that suit.
For real.
Yeah.
And if you go and look up pictures of him from Spider-Man, he doesn't look like that anymore. Looks a lot better. He's got the beard. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
cool.
pretty built too. He was actually originally in talks of playing Superman in Man of Steel. So I guess they just really wanted him to be in the universe because they've just found him a role.
He would have looked really good as Superman too.
He would have. Also, speaking of Superman, Superman is going to be in Supergirl season 2.
Oh, good.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Tyler Hoechlin from Teen Wolf is playing him.
Not my favorite choice.
Oh, so it's not the movie. It's kind of like it's a...
Yeah. TV universe is separate from the movie
just
universe.
like Marvel. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
wait,
the TV universe is tied into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Are
Yeah.
they all
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know
It's-
that. I
it's
thought
crazy,
I thought
man.
some of them were separate.
Nope, they're all tied in.
Nope.
Interesting.
The only
Okay,
thing
then.
separate is X-Men.
True, right?
Yeah.
I'm just heartbroken about that.
Same.
I'm sure they'll jump in eventually.
And even
They have
then-
little ties in here and there.
That's true. And then with the passing of Gene Wilder,
Oh.
yeah, sad news. Many theaters ended up airing Charlie and the Chocolate not Charlie, Willy
Whoa,
Wonka
there you go.
and the Chocolate Factory, and Blazing Saddles. And
How many of our young watchers, have actually seen the original?
Do you know
Version of that.
like off the top of your head when it was created? Like,
I don't know off the top of my head. We're
Me
gonna
neither.
check that out real quick, but because I work with an after-school program, and some kids have never seen the original. All they know is the Johnny Depp version.
1971.
wow.
Dang.
So I'm gonna guess no.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think that some schools still have it, but I
Yeah.
guess like they're like I remember watching them on the VHS tapes when the schools had them, but I guess now they don't have those anymore either. So like they must be newer movies that they're showing.
It's a really good classic movie though. If you haven't seen it, you really should.
Is this where we're at now? We're talking about Willy Wonka as a classic movie to us.
I know, right?
It's like, oh great.
There's something I saw the other day, and it's like, within a few years, 30 years ago, we'll be in the 90s.
hmm
And I still think of like 30 years ago as 1970s.
You know what
in
was
the
crazy?
70s.
What was crazy about like when I left high school, when in my senior year, the freshmen that of my class, I didn't know that some were born in 2000 and some in 2001. So some of them don't even like remember or were alive for 9/11, and they will soon be in our college too.
For real.
Yeah.
That's a something.
It's strange. Now we're dating ourselves. What do we got next?
Also gonna be airing is Young Frankenstein. Select theaters will be airing it with an introduction from Mel Brooks, the director, giving a tour of the set and discussing his experience with the movie. It will be aired Wednesday, October 5th, just one time, and luckily UA will be airing it here.
Awesome.
Yeah, which Young Frankenstein is a classic.
I haven't seen it, so I'll have to go see it.
I'm personally not a fan. I watched it once, did not care for it, but I'm gonna give it another shot.
And even if you don't like it, that's nothing against you. It's just
Yeah.
not your cup of tea.
Nothing against you.
Just not my
You can
humor.
come back.
That's all we have for news.
Sweet.
Nice.
So
We got a lot of stuff to look forward to.
do.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, it's
Definitely.
gonna be a good year for superhero stuff.
Yeah, I'm still sitting here thinking about Deathstroke, man.
See, we talked about DC a little bit lately. You know, I'm sitting here with Doctor Strange, with
Oh.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Yes.
Originally, I wasn't too happy about that casting, and then I saw him in costume, and I was like,
Ditto.
"It's completely
It's too good.
wrong."
Ditto.
I was wrong.
I was like,
It's too good.
Just the trailer, like this, it feels like the trailer I've watched more than any other Marvel movie trailer. just for the creepiness and the visual effects already.
oh, it's gonna be
The Inception like it is, and it just starts. It's like Stephen Strange. And I'm just like, like gasp.
It
It's
has
so
this
great.
psychedelic feel to it, which I
Oh
love.
yeah, wizardry.
Oh yeah.
So I guess we can get on with the topic.
let's do it.
Today we're discussing video games that inspired movies. So what are some video game movies that y'all like?
Man, I have to say I'm a little disappointed sometimes that the platform from video game to movie doesn't always make a great crossover. But
Usually.
I have seen some decent ones. I watched a documentary on Netflix while being bored one day of like Video Game the Movie, and so it went over how video game was really originally supposed to be a fad of the 80s. It was
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to be something that came and go, and at a certain point it did almost have a die down.
Like the idea of video games, just
yeah.
to like,
After E.T., E.T., whenever they tried to make the video game, they rushed it out. It was full of glitches, and since the movie did so great with Steven Spielberg, but the game crashed, they thought that the video game market was finally hitting its rough end. And a little bit after that, I can't remember how the document says it, they relaunched, these new companies relaunched the programs. They get better platforms with PlayStation, and then Xbox start coming into the scene and changed it all forever.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of the documentary?
It's called Video Games the Movie, or Video Game the Movie. It has like all the really old school classic icons on the cover of it, but they cover ones such as like I remember watching the video, and they had just short screen time of like Spyro, Year of the Dragon.
yes.
Immediately brought me back to my childhood. They had Red Dead Redemption on there, just showing these games. And my favorite quote from it was this guy saying, the video games are just like movies, just like books, just like any world that you want to submerge yourself in. But the difference is in video games, you get to interact with it.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Imagine if video games didn't happen. Imagine where we'd be at right now if, like, games never took off. Like
Maybe a little bit more productive.
Probably.
but-
Like, not to talk down on the whole next generation. Like, and partially part of ours. Like, we were there for the explosion. You know,
we were.
from arcades to, I mean, we picked up right at the arcades into,
like Sega. And
picked up barely at the end of Sega Genesis and Atari, and then
we had GameCube with like
Boosted up.
Metroid and all
Yup.
that, all those good games.
and now we're sitting here at Xbox One and further.
But like there was a whole new form of like media entertainment that has sprung from video games, like just like people watching other people play video games. Like,
That blows my mind. Okay, that upsets me.
it upsets you.
It upsets me
Oh,
personally.
you're a South Park episode already.
It upsets me because I'm sitting here, especially okay, and I'm sitting here watching these kids with the after school program that I'm a part of, or previous to moving here, and we have electronic Fridays or Friday, personal electronics and stuff, and they bring their little devices and they pull up YouTube and they just start watching these other kids play video games, and it blows my mind. Like, why don't you just go out and do it yourself?
Well, I do it because I personally, for one, I can't afford all the games I like to watch people play. And two, I'm really bad at video games. And I have a hard time finding a game to hold my interest for me to play it long enough for me to really get into it and to get to the end of a game. I'm not good enough at it to get far enough into it to see all the cool stuff. So I like watching other people that are better than me at do it.
I can understand like walkthroughs and stuff, like to get through certain levels or whatever it may be. But I'm watching these kids watch these other kids. They're just like, oh no, zombie's gonna eat me, and they just start freaking out on this screen. And I'm like, you think this is funny? Like, I don't get it. I mean, it might just go over my head and I'm not there, but
I'll give you a parallel to it. It's
Okay.
like you watching football on TV. Why watch football on TV when you can just go outside and play football?
And then you watch the ESPN channels where it's nothing but like 4 old men or 6 talking about sports plays and documenting over it. and just commenting on it, and then people are actually interested in that.
It's the same thing with video games now.
That's interesting.
The science behind it is when you're talking about YouTube, as I imagine. So when the kids are watching these YouTube people, they kind of get invested in them as a person, and then watching them play video games, they somehow feel like they're with them, almost as if they're playing the game with them. So what do you and your friends do when you have 2 controllers and you bring them home after school? You play video games with them. So it's sort of like they almost feel a companionship while also feeling like they could be playing this game.
I can kind of see that. I also see it as kind of a waste of time.
Definitely,
Partially.
definitely.
Like,
Well, it's the same waste of time if you were watching sports on TV or if you're just watching TV in general. You're wasting your time the same.
it is, and that's where I'm picking up at, is the parallel between having a favorite team and having a favorite YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so with all these other kids, with the way YouTube is set up, you can just stream things. You can just click on the next video over and over and over and over again and continue. And so I didn't think that they would just have one person that they would watch, just like we would have, a favorite football team, Packers, Broncos,
And
Seahawks, whatever
most
it may be.
recently, we had the Mafia 3 game about to come out, and some YouTubers get early access to show gameplay
That's
and
true.
also advertise it. So I'm so excited for Mafia 3 that a YouTuber I follow has started uploading his videos of it, and I've been like waiting for it, like waiting to see it, and I'm super excited to watch it now because I don't have the platform for it, but I do want to see how Mafia 3 goes, and I do like watching his gameplay of it.
It'll be the same way as if like if it was somebody way in the past watching their kids watch sports on TV.
Yeah, right.
I
Like,
appreciate
whenever
the
that
point of
first got
view.
big.
Like I see the point of view now, but I don't think I'm ever going to understand a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old doing these things. Like you should be on the playground or whatever. But let's move. Can we move on with the other
let's get
video
to the
games out there?
movies. Let's get some movies.
Video game movies.
Let's do movies.
Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia.
You got about Prince of Persia.
Oh, I loved it. It was a great movie. It was one of the ones that I feel like didn't flop over
Yeah.
whenever they made it. And it might have just been because the Prince of Persia game on the Game Boy, I spent so much time playing that game whenever I was younger. And it was a piece of my childhood that I finally got to watch and see go on.
That's cool. Same with me. Same reason for the Ratchet and Clank. Like when that came out, I was so stoked. Totally loved the princess that he fell in love with. She's a babe, okay, a cartoon babe, and an animal at that. Okay, cast stones at me if you want. But I thought it was really, really cool. I enjoyed all the banter and everything in the video game and the just how they created that, and so that was one of my favorites, and that's the most recent one. But then also Tomb Raider. Okay, she's always been a babe, straight up. Okay, no
Ever
denying
since
it.
her very pixelated body.
Well, her
and
pixelated body still had the
pointy
ponytail.
features.
It was-
Pointy features.
Yes.
It was the ponytail.
I
it
love
was.
the ponytail, with the braid and everything, just, and they still had it in the game, like they're almost the earliest version,
Oh yeah.
and it was still like animated, flipping around and everything, and like they made it an effort to make that happen.
Definitely.
But yeah,
I think Angelina Jolie was a perfect casting for her too.
she did
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, the movie itself was all right in my opinion. Like as a kid, I loved it, but if you watch it now, which is the way I feel about a lot of movies I've watched, like I recently went back and watched Resident Evil Apocalypse, and I loved that movie because I loved the games as a kid, and I loved the movie, and I watched that movie now, and the direction is bad. The camera's
yeah.
like
It's
messy.
either one or the other. You go back and watch films again, you either say, oh man, this is amazing. I remember this, and you've got that word I don't know right
Nostalgia.
now. Nostalgia for that film, or you're like, holy crap, what's wrong with me? I liked
Why
this.
did I enjoy this?
Yeah, that was me with Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Something close to Resident Evil, a movie I remember running into before the game was Doom. And I still, because of Doom, don't trust teleporters.
Nice.
Like at all.
It happens.
With that movie, it was I liked that they ended up adding the first-person shooter in the camera work.
I don't remember that.
There was a scene
now I remember that.
towards
yeah.
the climax of the movie where they switched it towards first-person shooter.
Wasn't that-
And then that's right, because that's when they were all running towards
Yeah.
them.
Wasn't that
Ooh.
one of the first movies that shot in first person?
Was it?
I think it was one of the first
It might
movies
have
that
been.
that made an attempt to do a shot in first person.
Yeah.
When was it made?
Oof.
Just a
You
second.
got us right.
I think
right there.
2007 maybe. Late 2000s. Like 8, 7.
To get the
6.
same shot that
I
you
don't
see
think
on
that
the
was
screen
that late.
from a
I was a
first
little
person.
kid when I saw it.
2005.
I was very off. I was off. It's 2005. It was mid 2000s.
That's still early for me, man.
Yeah, that is still early.
I'm like, what? Like 2000? Like, I feel like that was yesterday. That's crazy. What do we got for the future? Those are, I think, some of the biggest ones that
Mortal
for video
Kombat.
games. We got one more video game.
We have a
that's huge.
video game coming up, or not video game, a
Stetson.
movie that is
Yeah.
coming up. The Assassin's Creed is now making a movie. They are actually not even producing a video game this year because they are trying to take a break. They've made a game every single year. It kind of backfired with one of them, really bad. Unity.
Oh, it was Unity.
It was Unity. Unity was a piece of trash. Anyways, but they had a good rebound with Syndicate. Got me back into the franchise, restored my faith. They have been taking game developers, long-term game developers, and helping them make this movie. Because of that, now they're allowing it to stay on par with the action. The shots are extremely cinematic. All the parkour is real. They didn't even want to do stunt doubles. The action is all like very smooth and fluent. So I really look forward to this.
I wish more video games would do that. I wish more video games that make those movies or those games over and over and over and over all the time. Every year they just come up with another one and another one. It just gets old. I wish that other games could find another outlet that they could push their creativity towards and just
Yeah.
bounce back and forth, so it keeps it fresh.
Well, they
Halo.
are. Yeah, they
Halo.
are pushing it towards the Watch Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft is for their game coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on Michael Fassbender?
Yeah,
playing-
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
I was super excited. I had no idea when I heard about the movie about 2 years ago who he was, and then I started seeing him in X-Men and other things, and I was like, oh, like he's actually pretty cool. He's pretty sinister, and I bet he can look good under a hood. So,
Nice.
so yeah, I saw a Facebook video recently of where they took the crane and they lifted up this platform. It was the most highest stunt jump on record now. And they pulled up the assassin, and he had to do a leap of faith. And they put
From the
this,
game.
yeah, and then they put the CGI of him pretty much falling from the height of a very top of a chapel church, all the way down into a bale of hay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, the guy doing the video was all like, even I'm scared and I do this for like a job. Like he was high up there.
I want to, just a little teeny tiny thing in there. I love the eagle that flies around.
Well, actually, the thing you might not know, Altair Alahad and Bilad from the first game means something freedom and eagle. And then Ezio Artore da Frienze Ezio also means eagle.
Dang.
So in order to be an assassin,
You
your
have to be
name
named
had to be
Eagle.
Eagle.
Ah, man. I quit. I'm done.
We can't make it, guys.
Tapping out.
Okay, what do y'all think are some of the worst movies based off video games?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I mean, a tough one as in too much competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, Mortal Kombat. Like, I love that's my favorite game, Mortal Kombat. But the movie, especially the sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, one of the worst movies ever. The makeup, the fighting, it's just so bad.
For me, video game movies have been so historically awful that I don't even go watch them anymore.
Honestly.
Like, if it'll come on Netflix and I'm really bored one day, I might watch one, but they're just so historically bad that I don't even go to see them in theaters. It's not worth the money.
Definitely, I can agree with that. It's hard to build hype for them. For the first time, like again, for Michael Fassbender being Assassin's Creed, it's the only movie that's video game like that I'm gonna go in with really good expectations. Actually, maybe they'll turn around the whole field. Maybe they'll let video games understand that don't sell your rights to movie people because they don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
If
That'd be smart.
Assassin's Creed comes out to be good, it's going to be revolutionary for the video game movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes out to be bad, I will have a hard time believing that anybody else makes another one.
I'll have a hard time believing that nobody else will try. They'll definitely, somebody else is going to pick up the mantle where everybody else left off already. Because like you said, there's all been bad so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
but somebody's at least coming at it with a new angle to make it better.
It's just that now that they've got all this hype and so many people know about it, a lot of them can go by and almost be unnoticed whenever they're bad because they weren't hyped enough for the vast majority of people to even know about it. So I think this one being so high profile, I think it's going to have a lot of sway on the future of that.
For sure. Good actors too. I mean, I'm not sure who else is in it other than Michael. I've been looking more into the action.
Yeah.
So, other video game movies. I really enjoyed Pixels. Pixels was really funny.
Was it? I heard it flopped really bad.
I'm not going to say it was a fantastic movie. It was hilarious, though. It was so funny, and I really loved all of the 80s culture. It's like the world being invaded by the 80s.
Speaking of maybe 80s culture, the Tron movie, I actually liked the music in it. Didn't much care. Don't even remember anything else other than being like, why am I all excited all of a sudden? And it's because the songs were coming on.
I listened to the soundtrack before I watched the movie.
Did you? I bet
Yeah, I had the soundtrack before I watched the movie, and I was like,
it was mostly
a
made
good
by...
amount too. It wasn't just like the day before or anything. I had listened to the soundtrack thoroughly before.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you that excited for it?
No, I just
ran
got it.
into
I
it?
found it. I listened to the music, and my brother had it originally, and so I just took it from his device and started listening to it, and it was just sweet.
It
I
was
was like,
mostly-
dang, I am on a motorcycle right now, guys. I'm doing whatever I want.
It was mostly it was Daft Punk, wasn't it?
It was. See, but you guys are talking about the newer Tron movie, right? The one in the 80s? The one that they originally made? That one was awesome. Because there aren't a lot of movies from that time period that I've gone back and watched them and like, yeah, it was pretty good. But I went back and I watched Tron because it just came on TV one day and my dad's asleep on the couch or something, and I'm just enthralled in this movie for however long it runs. But it's so good, and it ties directly into the new ones, and it's just awesome.
I did not get to see the old ones. That was a little bit before my
Oh,
time.
you need to see it. It'll take you a second to get into their animation, to their CG, but once you get into it, oh, it's so good. It's got such a good story.
I haven't seen either.
Stories
so-
are important to me.
Yeah, story is definitely a huge thing.
What are some video games you'd like to see made into movies?
Ooh.
Ooh, now this is
Yeah.
the fun question.
Can we go the other way? Movies that we want to see in video games
That's another good one.
or books?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start with the first question. Red Dead Redemption. I want to see it in a movie because that was the first and only game to make me like cry. To make
Oh
me
my god,
just
that would.
sob.
Oh man.
Because I was so invested into the character. He honestly reminded me of my dad a little bit, so it was that. But like at the end, I wasn't okay. And then he's saying like that country song,
Oh man.
and I was just so heartbroken. I was like, oh god.
Oh jeez.
I think really any game that has come out and had just this fabulous story to it
Should be a
that
movie.
should become a movie, and not even just one. I think they should either break down, make a 3-hour movie, or do 2 parts, but don't shortchange these awesome stories with 1 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah.
And really just kind of flop it.
You
know?
want to talk about something like maybe some fantasy movies? Could be a huge feature film. Skyrim.
I'm going to touch on that right here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 things. Video game to movie, BioShock.
Yes.
I want to see BioShock as a movie.
All of them.
That's a dang sick story.
All
Yeah.
of them.
Oh yeah.
Crazy too. It can touch on any genre, you know.
And that-
it could be horror easily, you know,
Yeah.
or anything.
And that game really, I haven't really played through all of them completely, but that one I think they could maybe get away with a normal feature-length movie, a 2.5, 2-hour 45-minute movie, just one. I think they could get away with that in the BioShock, just because their story itself.
Yeah,
is,
it's got a good story.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's almost a movie playing the game.
Playing the game, yeah, especially
They have a lot
Infinite.
of story building, and you go through the little clips, the shorts that you have to watch and see what your character goes through and everything, and what he has gone through to get to that point. So I think that's really cool. Another one, which is going to bring in Skyrim, and this is going to be a stretch, okay, so bear with me. All right, books, Artemis Fowl. Okay, you guys read them?
I have not. I tried to, but
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this 12-year-old genius basically finds a way to. He finds out that fairies are real, and he holds one hostage to get her fairy gold, which is very very expensive, obviously in any culture everywhere. So there's a bunch of books, and he goes through this whole different fantasy realm of all these different things. He encounters elves, dwarves, trolls, all kinds of different things, and yeah, he's this 12-year-old genius with a bodyguard that's like beyond ripped. And I would like to see that go into a movie, which would be really cool, but then also a Skyrim-like video game where you can act as this character, and then you've got this unlimited world, constantly getting quests, constantly, growing and trying to, end goal, basically reunite your family.
I'm gonna throw this one out here just super quick. Not a lot of people will stand behind me on it. The Fable games.
Yeah.
I would like to see them made into movies just because of the character Reaver.
I
Definitely.
completely agree with
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
That needs to be a movie.
thank you,
We're
guys.
Xbox kids, okay?
Oh, yeah,
we
that's-
had that thing.
That's it.
So
All right. Well,
Okay, so what are your final thoughts on video games to movies?
I think more need to be done, but I think more need to be done well. I think they need to put in the production time, put in the production cost, and I think that they really need to get with designers and the developers and the brains behind it on what to do.
yeah, if they figure out the science, the pace, what needs to be crossed over, and what helps out with audiences, just like any crossover platform, comics to movies, video games to movies, I think it can be done right.
with the exception of Prince of Persia, I think that the video games to movies, either they're really, really good or they're really, really bad. Prince of Persia kind of sat in the middle, more on the good side, I think.
Yes.
But I think it's either one or the other. So either you fake it and suck, or you make it because you're a boss.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
All right.
Thanks for the information.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye,
It's good
guys.
stuff.
Bye.
This is Raz, deucing it out.
Stetson.
Harrison?
Alastair. Be sure to check out.
Be sure to check out Student Life Live.
Along with Screen Louder, we've all over YouTube and SoundCloud and such. Turning into the video format, it's gonna be totally sick. Check it out. Also, Badger BS. I'm Raz. I'm the host of Badger BS this semester here at Amarillo College. So I'm totally stoked to have some crazy, awesome people on the show, including an Olympian. So yeah,
That'll be awesome.
That just happened.
it did. It'll be out there soon.
Nice.
Great.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Peace.